Hello, hello, hello. How are all my people? How are you doing? And here we go again with another delicious video. But today I'm further out in the marina here in Ashkelon, and I did a recording yesterday. I was further over in that direction. This is where my house is at over there. And so I'm getting my walk in today, and I came out and brought my phone and headset so I can speak to you. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button also for those that's interested, and make it easier for them to find the Nubian king in Israel. And also the the notification bell, so that when I drop them, you can get the notification. This is Marina over here. This is the city of Ashkelon, which is on the beach. It's on the western shores of the state of Israel. Western shores of the state of Israel. All of this out here is the Mediterranean. All of this is the Mediterranean. You go straight that way, you'll go into the Straits of Gibraltar, and you keep going, you'll run into the eastern shores of America, about 8,000 miles, something like that. Could be off. You can check it if you want. This way going north, the next city up is Ashdod. For those of you Bible scholars, it's Ashdod and Ashkelon are the twin cities. It's talked about in the Bible. You can see all the ships out there on the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can see 10 from here, and I thought 11. I can see 11 from here, and some of those sailboats out there. And then over here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Up this way north is where you get into France and Spain. Way over that way, you get into European countries, and due north of here is Lebanon. All right, Lebanon is due north, and northeast is Syria, and to the east is Jordan, the state of Jordan. Straight this way. To the south, this way, is Egypt. So some of y'all know, if you can see those smokestack, that's the power plant, Israel Electric, where they produce the electricity over there. Also, just on the other side of those power plants is the city of Gaza, where they be sending those rockets. And you can see how close we are. And this is the first city a lot of those rockets come into. Other than that, when it's quiet, people out, the day of Shabbat, you see a lot of people out walking, taking it easy, getting a fast walk in. A couple Chinese dude out fishing. Ni hao. Zao zhen hao. I speak a little Chinese. I work with 400 of them out there, I told you. See, they down there fishing. Look at mankind, trash everywhere. Mankind. The only real problem with planet Earth, mankind, trashing up, tearing up, destroying, bombs and guns, weapons of mass destruction. That's the only issue. These humans doing all this devilment around here. That's what the problem with planet Earth. Nevertheless, I don't need to be on here with you no real long time. Just wanted to share some things with you. And I know by now, you all know, most of you all know, that the brother Kevin Samuel, the relationship guru, has made transition. And what I wanted to just go over real briefly is I got an email yesterday from one of my faithful listeners asking me would I be willing to do what Kevin did, and that is help people with relationship. And I responded back, no, absolutely not. You see, Kevin, he was 57. I'm 60. What does that mean? That means that he and I are cut from basically the same mold. I'm 3 years older. I got more cut than he did. And the reason why I wouldn't be interested in talking with people about relationships, not me. Being 60, I'm like the Lone Ranger. Really, it's like, okay, so I come from another whole generation. It's like you see me sitting out here, you don't see no soul brothers. Now, there's some Americans down there on the beach, and I know they're American because they was throwing the football around, the American football, not a soccer ball. And so, reason why I would never attempt to do anything like what Kevin did was based upon one word: generation. Generation. I would never do nothing like that. I commend the brother. I really do, because of the fact that he told the truth, no matter how bad it hurt, how many, people disliked him from speaking that truth. He told it. He reminded me of that uncle, that one uncle everybody got. Just don't give a damn about your feelings. He gonna tell you what you need to hear. And at the end of that, you won't be able to say, but nobody told me. And that's what's needed, actually, is for somebody that know to tell you. But I'm not the one to put that kind of energy out there, not in this generation, because this generation is nowhere near like how I grew up. Nowhere. And the generation is based upon a lot of factors that you had to deal with in growing up. The music, the style, the trend, the peers, peer pressure, your environment. It's a lot of different things that goes into generations and what the generation, experience and learn and do. Music is very powerful. Music is an incredible influencer. One person can affect millions, hundreds of millions, billion. Look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson entertained everywhere in the world, and he is to this day still the most popular entertainer ever, affecting billions. And so that was the generation that I grew up in, the Michael Jackson. I grew up in the OJs. I grew up in the Temptations. Even back in those days when, you know, rap music first started, I was there. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Don't push me, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. In this generation, with the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, WAP, wet ass pussy, you see, it's two different generations. Two whole different generations. Entirely different upbringing, entirely different, songs and music, entirely different influences. I come from the generation where my father and mother was in the house and they both did well. I come from the generation where we had no drunks, drug addicts, people going to jail, acting a damn fool, falling all out. We could party and nobody gets shot. We go out to a party and everybody have a good time and come home alive. I grew up in a generation where, your children could play until after dark. And you weren't afraid of where they was at. I grew up in that generation where we was born in Atlanta, Georgia. We was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. We went to school in Atlanta, Georgia. We worked in Atlanta, Georgia. And we made transition in Atlanta, Georgia. And Atlanta, Georgia was the world to us. Whenever we would pack up and go to Alabama, the next state over, not that many miles away, shit, that was like going to another country. But then this is a generation where I have grandchildren know how to use a cell phone. My little 1-year-old and some change, I don't know, she may be 1.5. That little child know how to use a cell phone. I got a 4-year-old grandson. He just a technology master. When I came on, we didn't have cell phone. We didn't have smart TVs. Shit, we only had a television with 3 channels, 2, 5, and 11. No remote control. And I remember ABC, NBC, and CBS. And I was a remote control. My father would call me, and I used to come. I couldn't holler out. Yeah, what? We had discipline. That Muddeer type discipline. And we grew up with mad respect of parents and elders and adults. You was out in the streets clowning, you get your butt whooped by Miss Carrie. And, Miss Carrie take you home and tell your mother what you did. And your mama whoop your ass. And then when your daddy got home, your mother told your daddy what you did and he whooped your ass. So you got 3 ass whooping right there for one thing. And there wasn't no child services that you call on your parents to come get them. And so this is another whole generation that I'm looking at here today. And in reality, having a conversation with some woman that says my resume speaks for itself, and so arrogant and haughty and self-centered and been, put into a mindset where the amount of money is critical. I had a young lady tell me a few days ago that, she want a brother that looked good, got money. What did she say? Look good, got money, and she said look good, got money, no children, and treat her right. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. To look good. I mean, hell, everybody wants some eye candy. The money, don't nobody want to struggle. Treat her right, absolutely. You don't want to get in no relationship where You getting your butt whooped. No children. I mean, that's what she asked for. That's what she asked for. But it always goes back, and and we done seen this time and time again, where when you're talking with people, now, let's be clear, when you're speaking to some sisters, not all of them, they got all the demands they want the brother to have, but they ain't really too much of nothing. So no, I wouldn't want to get involved in that, because of the fact that I'm from another generation. I was raised differently, think differently, see things differently than what the young people are seeing and thinking about today. It's just like the way I see a sister that have that fake hair and the fake eyelashes, heavy makeup, long fingernails, fake breasts, butt job. I see that as an artificial person. That's an artificial look to me, because of the generation that I grew up in. And that's real heavy nowadays. I mean, it's like that's what they do, get the nails done and the hair and everything. And to me, in my eyes, it looks uncomfortable, like the sister can't really be, natural and get out there and do, what, I give you an example. I was dating this sister out in Texas, and 4th of July, we got together, the family and everybody, and we went out to this lake they had out there in Texas. And the lake was where, a lot of people came for the 4th, and they barbecue, and we went swimming in the lake, and it was nice, man. It was real nice. Big old lake, diving boards. It was laid out. They had a couple of restaurants. Very nice. And so, me and the sister, we dating, we doing good. And she got a hair fix, hey, yeah. But then my sister got in the water, and I'm out there swimming around, and the children and everybody, we jumping in and out of the water, having a ball. Water flying everywhere. These children are splashing water. My sister gets in the water, and she get to holler at them, y'all stop splashing that water. Y'all get my hair wet. Now this is my girl. And I'm like, I went over to her. I said, baby, what's wrong? She said, they getting my hair wet. They need to stop splashing all that water. I said, baby. Sweetheart, you out here in the lake. You jumped in the water. And these children, they ain't paying attention. They don't hear you. While I'm standing there talking to her, they splashing water, having a good time. And she up there all mad because they getting her hair wet. I said, baby, let me talk to you, sweetheart. Why don't you get out the water and just, relax? You understand what I'm saying? Couldn't get her hair wet. But I come from the generation where everybody had real hair. Just have to tell you. Look back at my high school yearbook. I went to Charles L. Harper, C.L. Harper High over there in Atlanta, Georgia. 3399 Collier Drive. Still remember the address. Atlanta, Georgia. And I look back at the yearbook, man, in the, the Martin Dance Club the sisters had. They all took pictures in their black leotards. Every one of those sisters, head full of hair, down to their shoulder. And they all, for that picture, styled their hair the exact same way. That's the first I noticed. Everybody had hair. Real hair. It wasn't fake hair. Generation I came up, wasn't no fake hair. But nowadays, in this generation, it's like a sister can't grow a strand. And then I have to think, damn, why? Okay, so I'm 60, When I graduated high school at 17, all the sisters had hair. Hair full of hair. Me, y'all remember those big fros, the big afros, the big afro picks we used to wear? We had them afro picks because we had hair. It's hard to find an afro pick nowadays. Ain't nobody wearing afros. Brothers is bald and sisters is weaved and tracked up. So that's why I'm not interested in taking up or trying to do what Kevin did. I believe Kevin was one of a kind because that was his calling, that was his spirit, whatever. Some people liked him, some people hated him. Hell, he told you the truth. It may not came out real cool, and some people felt like he was disrespectful, but shit, your uncle was too. But the reason why you didn't get attitude, because that was Uncle Jay, Uncle Sonny, Uncle Bob. He told your ass what you need to hear, and he didn't give a crap about your feeling. And you could never say nobody told you, because Uncle Bob did, Uncle Sonny did. But me, no, I ain't saying nothing to you. Go ahead on. Because you Cardi B'd up, Nicki Minaj'd up, Megan Thee Stallion up. Man, you don't want to hear nothing I got to say. I mean, if it was like that, I have 1 million views. But you look at the people who got them big social media account, million some of views, they doing comedy. They doing stuff easy on the mind, stuff you ain't really got to think. It's entertainment. It's easy. It takes you away from the reality we live in this old crazy world we messed up in. Me, I come along with some talk. Hell, want to listen to that? Nobody. Very few people, though. No, really, very few people. And I do appreciate those that do tune in and listen. I do. And why I don't convert my channel and do comedy, easy stuff, I'm not that kind of person. Those people that you see doing that comedy and easy stuff, they're younger. They're younger folks, and they out there banging. Shit, they getting paid, man. Ooh-wee. I see them in Cancun, Mexico, Dubai. I see them in the Fiji, the Caymans, the Mauritius, Malta. Black folks all over the world having a good time, and they not all over the world struggling. Damn, why did I say Dubai? See, you made me think of something I just found out about some social media influencers and Dubai. Just found out that some of them girls get paid like $50,000 for some of those rich Arabs to do all type of wicked things to them. One thing that they was talking about this morning is how some of these social media influencers, girls with big accounts, million followers, is letting these guys, crap in their mouths. The doo-doo, the shit, literally letting them do it in their mouths. And some of them Arabs, heavily paid, give them 25,000 cash and say, when we finish, you can get the other 25. And it goes from peeing in their mouths and crapping in their mouths and all kind of crazy stuff. And some of those girls are letting them do it to get that money. Now, what do you want me to say behind that? Here's a guy that's willing to get his girl 50,000 US cash to let him shit in her mouth. Now, medically, what I was told is one way that you get hepatitis is by inhaling fecal matter somehow or another. That's a cause of hepatitis. So if you let somebody crap in your mouth, shazam. But this is exactly what I was told when I listened to the report today. And so you have to ask yourself, what in the smoke is going on in this person's mind that will risk your health and your life for a measly $50,000, which is diddly squat out of the pockets of a joker that's worth billions. And you gonna do that stuff and put your own life online. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever type mindset that individual will have, it's already there. And then somebody asked me what I would like to know. Why? Because they already programmed. They already programmed to reject every good thing somebody trying to give to. I watched several of them videos that the brother Kevin was talking about, and I don't think too many of those person that he was working with actually really got what he was trying to tell them, because most of them I saw was deflecting, combating, bouncing back, and not really getting what he was saying. One sister seemed to be paying attention, and she seems to take the information. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that one got it, and then a couple of more just hung the phone up. I ain't got the patience to go through that, and I don't need to go through that. I'm at peace. You see what I'm saying? I'm sitting out here. Ain't nobody worried about me. I ain't worried about them. And why I want to go and get all sweaty with a bunch of folks that really don't want to hear what I'm got to say. I don't do that. I just talk and say these things. If you listen, great. If you don't, great. But at the end of the day, I say it because I love you. I said it because I wanted to. And I hope that something I said helped you to think and see things and have a better life. But I'm not going to trip if you don't, absorb what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. I'm in this peaceful zone. You understand? And I'm protecting it. I listened to some of the things that, the brother was saying and talking with the people. Shit, man. I said to myself, hell no. I'd have been turned that off. She wouldn't have made 3 minutes with me, because I'd have clicked that off, said, bye, Felicia, talking all that bullshit about, and you sitting there single as a one, but now you got all the damn conversation and information, but you single and been single for 5 years and got all the, ain't no bad looking woman on the outside, but on the inside, shit, it's a mess. And me, nah, man, I ain't that kind of brother. The brother was 57, I'm 60. The 3 years, that put us in the same generation, but he found his niche, and rolled with it, got his money up, did real good for himself while he was here, dressed real good, was always sharp. So, hey, look where I'm at. I'm sitting over in Israel, man. I'm doing my thing, say a few things on the video and get on up. It's like that. But yeah, it's a whole different generation. And that's why my generation, we could go outside for Christmas and slide up and down the hill on a piece of cardboard, ride our, new bikes with banana seat and sissy handbars, and play with Tonka toys, G.I. Joe, and Barbie dolls. But they did have some chocolate dolls, that we played with. My mother and father got us. And, we could run around. We be outside playing. And you get thirsty, you don't have to go home. All you had to do was go in a house. And you don't have to knock, beg, or ask. You just bust in the house and run over there and grab you a glass of water and pour you some water out of the faucet and knock it back. It was no bottled water. It wasn't no spring water. It wasn't no Fiji water. Wasn't no Aquafina. Wasn't no Coca-Cola bottled water. It was water out of the tap. And it was good. Wasn't nobody dying. Wasn't nobody going through what they was going through. Flint, Michigan. Wasn't none of that. The water wasn't heavily fluoridated with so much fluoride. It's crazy. It was a whole different generation. And the people that's my age that lived that, they know that. But we like dinosaurs in this generation of technology and information moving at the speed of thought. I could take this phone out I'm holding right now and type a message, and it get to somebody in the States before I can sit it down. But back in those days, you had to write a letter, fold it up, put it in the envelope, address the envelope, stamp the envelope, go to the post office and mail the envelope and wait. And days later, the person get it and they read it. Aha, shit, it might have been a week or two. But now, with this little device I got in my hand, I could type a text message and kaboom, it'd be in the other side of the world before I sit the phone down next to me. That's the generation that we into today. We got children that don't even know what a rotary phone is. You understand? We have children, believe it or not, that don't know where food come from besides the store. You ask the babies where the food come from, where you get your apple. No, not you. You don't ask them where do you get your apple from. You ask them where does apples come from, and they'll say the store. Okay, you say where does chicken come from? The store. You understand? We have a whole generation of children like that. So that means if anything happened to the food supply, they will be what you call ass out if they can't go to the store and get their Captain Crunch or Cheerios or chicken or fish. Not only the babies, the adults. You got a lot of adults don't know nothing about growing food. You see what I'm saying? So this is another whole generation. And for me to go out and try to say something to these people that's so hell bent on doing what they doing and loving what they doing and protecting what they doing, a brother like me, they'll slice my ass up. So that's why I just stay cool. I get on here, this YouTube, and say a few things, and shit, it just make me feel good because I said it, somebody heard it, yo. But so far as out here trying to battle against the society and the generation that our children grow up in, it's a sad state of affairs, you know, for us. Okay, people that's my age and my generation, when we look and see a sister can put a song out called WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, and it don't be no problem with it. But in my generation, if you said something like that, man, you would be stoned, woo, what? Pussy. And then you look at when you see beautiful sisters nowadays, they got these banging bodies, they want to show it. They want to show it. They showing their breasts, they showing their hips, their butt. And I mean, it's serious. Do you see how serious it is? Like, it's so many women in the gym, not just sisters, white women here, about all of them. And they trying to get the right bum, talking about the bum. We're trying to get the right ass. And then a little bitty waist to the point where they selling these rubber things that you wrap around your waist and get that little skinny waist. And then you go put them leotards on. And that's the generation that they're growing up in. That's the generation they living in. That's the generation that perpetuate that everywhere. And so you don't want to be representing shout. You go out to the club or wherever you go, you want to fall up in there looking right. Your hair done, your makeup done, your nails done, you got the right high heel shoes on, the right dress. Y'all know what I'm talking about is real. This competition is freaking mad. It's mean. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a whole slew of girls sitting around. They can't compete. They can't, because they got their stomach out there, for one thing, and they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed. Or they ain't got the money to buy that weave that really, really look like real hair. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed. Then you got them brothers, them fat brothers. Sisters ain't looking at us. And yeah, I'm fat. Why you think I'm out here walking? Working to get it together. At least I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't no big sloppy, roly-poly kind of pungent Pillsbury Doughboy. I'm fatter than what I want to be. How about that? I still lift weights, work out, exercise. I'm hella healthy. At 60, no high blood pressure, no erectile dysfunction, no diabetes, no pre-diabetes, no aching bones and shit like that, and whatever other kind of problem that, people suffer with at 60. That ain't me. I ain't walking with no cane. I walked out here so fast, so good today, I had to sit down. Damn, I said, bro, you jogged out here today, huh? I thought you was gonna walk. So hey, I'm very happy and healthy at my age, and I don't look 60. For those of you that ever seen pictures of me, and I don't let you see me for a reason. Once I get to that point where I'm ready to let you see me, you'll be seeing the Nubian King. But I'm gonna be looking good because the competition is high. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna jump out there looking raggedy. And you got, I mean, shit, Kevin Samuels. Every time I saw him, he was suited up, looking real nice. And I ain't gonna jump out there, teeth jacked up, hair all mucked up, in this world of high competition. And you talking about a sister? Yeah, just like the young sister said, look good. You know what I'm saying? Do you want a woman that don't look good? You don't want nothing that nobody else want. You know? So yeah, it's about looking good and eye candy. And some of that stuff, yeah, it makes sense. You want to look good. But you don't want to look so good you start looking artificial. Some of those fingernails is just wrong. I mean, come on now. Really. At a certain length, it's just wrong. Like, are you living? Can you open the bottle? So anyway, that's why I'm not gonna criticize, my people. I'm not gonna talk crazy about my people to your people. I'm gonna talk about their generation. And we coming up in a whole different generation, and I am not there. This is what these people are doing now, the young folk, and they enjoy it. They enjoy it. And those that's gifted with those banging bodies, they showing the world. All on the internet, YouTube and everything, and they getting paid for it. So what you want me to do? You want me to jump out there and get slaughtered up? No. Wish them well at the end of the day, just like, yo, and shit, as quiet as it kept, they making money, and y'all know it. So what you want me to go tell them to stop? Go put a big dress on, stop making money? Hell no. Yeah, Nick Rowe, please get out of here. They done found a niche, and they know how to use that social media, and they got those editors, and they got them graphics, and they got content, and they banging. And the content be easy, it don't be nothing critical like this stuff I be talking. It be comedy and simple stuff, how to do some makeup, how to wear clothes, it don't be critical stuff, and they move on. Me, you being 60 is like, okay, what really is sad to me is the relationship situation. And the clothes and the weaves and the makeup, that's superficial. That's nothing. That's what, the individual want to do. But the point that really, disturbs me is the relationship situation between the brother and the sister, the Nubian brother and the Nubian sister. That's the issue, because, what I see amongst my people is a psychological war that we losing bad. We losing very bad. That's what motivates me on a lot of occasions to even open my mouth and say something, because when you look and really just stop, and you really look and take an assessment of what's going on, those girls out there on the beach laid out, what are they doing? They trying to get the color that sisters is born with. When these girls braid their hair, and it's a lot of Israelis over here get their hair braided. What y'all don't know that. It's a city down south, which is like the vacation city called Eilat. I know a sister down there, a couple of sisters, their business is braiding Israelis' hair. And the money they make is astronomical. They got nice places they live in. They ain't short. One of the sisters I dated for a minute, she came up here And I think it's like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour ride. She came up here to visit me. We went out and she paid for everything. Yeah, I was like, whoa. We went to this joint up in Tel Aviv. She paid for everything. And I told her, hey, I got money. She said, I got money too. She said, let me pay for it for you. Well, since that hadn't been done in a long time, I said, okay, let's get a large order of fries. She said, no problem, Big Daddy. You know, and all she do is braids. Israeli braids, man. She take pictures and put them on the Instagram, and they run to her, and she do a great job. Her and her girls down there, like, you know, out there on the boardwalk, right by the water, down in A-Lot. Banging, man. Braids. So why am I telling you that? That they out there on that beach over there trying to get your color. Why am I telling you the sister business is braiding? That's all she do. Live real nice. Come all the way up to here, go out on a date with me and pay for everything, go back home. Because why? They're trying to look like you. When a lot of my beautiful chocolate delicious queens have been duped to think that they're the one that's beautiful because they own the network and they put on the network what they want you to see. And if they tell you a lie at least seven consecutive times, if they tell you a lie 7 times in a row real good, real convincing, it's studies have said that after they done told that lie 7 good times, you start thinking it's the truth. So when they put these blonde-haired white women out there and be putting them up as the standard of beauty, next thing you know, here my sister come down the street with a blonde wig on and blue eye contacts. And this is real. And I'm saying that to you because that point I'm sharing with you because it's you that they are really trying to be like. Why? Because they know what true beauty is. And that's you beautiful, luscious sisters. Now that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say. You got to start loving yourself and the creation that the Creator created, and that was you. You and only you was actually created by the hands of the Creator. Now I'm going to drop this on you and I'm gone. I'm going to say that again. What you think about this for those of you that understand and know the biblical story of creation, when the Creator formed man from the dirt, and after he created man from the dirt, he said, oops, it ain't good for man to be alone. And what did he do? He created you, that beautiful, incredible sister. And y'all know, you're supposed to know, that everything was color. This creation was living color, 4K. Not 1080 DPI. This guy was like OLED, 8K. Color. Now, he used the dirt to make the man. What color is the dirt? It's not white. Ain't nothing white but them bubbles when they splash up on the beach. And so if that's true, and that's what Bible believers believe, he created man from the dirt and then said, oop, it ain't good for him to be alone. So he took a part of that man he created and he created the sister. And she was a woman of color. Then they was off in the garden to themselves. So that means you have an exclusive reality. You have, sister, an exclusive truth that no other woman on earth can share. Is that is you was created by the hands of the Creator. You hear that? Have you ever had anybody to tell you that? And so this is a part of my teaching as to how you can learn to love yourself, because you created by the Creator, by His hands, and no one else. If you just need to know that, just think about it. He didn't go out there and create Russian women. He didn't create Israeli women. He didn't create Arab women. He didn't create European women. He didn't create blonde haired, blue eyed white women. He created one woman from that man of color that He created from that dirt that is color. And then all the rest of these women are derivatives of that beautiful chocolate colored woman. Now, y'all can get mad and talk all kind of bullshit that you want. I do not care. She's just a derivative of you. And every time she come out here and it's just a teensy bit of sun, she out there trying to do what? She trying to get white? No. She trying to get a color. What color? The color you was born with. She ain't laying out there in that sun trying to turn white. She laying out there in the sun trying to get what the Creator gifted you with, your beautiful brown skin, because she know what's beautiful. When she look down at her leg and see that pink discoloration, to be a little pink and a little white, some veins running through, she trying to go out there and cover all that up. And my sister's running around here trying to be like her. That's trying to be like her. You know what I'm saying? Her's trying to be like her. She trying to be like you. Oh man, you know what? That's why I said I couldn't do what bro did. Shit, You sitting up in here with all this fake shit going on, trying to be like who? And then the speech has changed. Y'all don't hear yourselves? Some of these people, brothers and sisters out here, be sounding just like Bob and Becky. I can't do it. No, man, that's what I call a soul transformation. I sit down here and listen to some of these girls, and then I be moving through the house, and it sounds like Becky over there, Sally talking. Then when I look, it's a chocolate woman. But she have taken on the soul of this European to a point where she's transformed herself so well into that when she speaks, and I close my eyes, it's just like I'm listening to Becky. Mashlomchem. Mashlomcha. Mitzura. Yeah. It's like I'm listening to Becky, man. So there you go. There you go. If you don't love yourself, maybe after this you can hear it, and hopefully anyone that's still listening that heard me say that, you can share it. The Creator created only one woman, and that was from the man that He created from the dirt, and that was from the dirt that is beautiful brown. And from that brown, beautiful man, He created that beautiful brown woman. That's it. From the hands of the Creator. See, this is the point you got to conceptualize. That's the point you got to understand. You all are a special woman on this planet, above all. But you've been tricked. You've been gamed. They done trick you out of your mind to make you think that they was beautiful. And look at this dark chocolate person here. אפשר לדבר דחה? אתם גרים פה? מאיפה? מצוין, אני גר פה באשקלון, שמי ריצ'רד. שניכם מחיפה?
לא, אני קריית גת.
יופי, נעים מאוד. שמי ריצ'רד, איך קוראים לך?
מולת. מולת.
זה יוטיוב שלי.
התקדמתי, וקודם אמרתי לו, בטח תצטלם לי.
אפשר? זה מפריע לכם?
תצטלם אותי?
Yeah. לא? Okay. Okay. All right. Shabbat shalom. Yeah, he said they're Ethiopian, brother. And you see how beautiful they look? All that color? Yeah, I'm all about it. Check it out now. See, I got to be real with you. I got to keep it real, because if I don't say these particular things, I'm simply trying to show you how beautiful you are. And that beautiful couple right there, all that chocolate, I had to say something to them. Shit, they walked by, whoa, and let you see them, the difference. All that beautiful color, and here it is. Y'all got to see that, how spiritual that happened now. I'm sitting up here when I go into a dissertation about the Creator creating that beautiful chocolate man from that brown dirt, and then that beautiful woman, and out of all these people walking around here, who walks up? That chocolate man and woman, deep, dark chocolate. Y'all got to see that. Now, see, this is what I call confirmation of the Spirit. Now, I'm sharing this information about how beautiful you are. You see how beautiful that couple was? Young brother and beautiful young sister? And that's who you are. And that is the image that they have played to a point to making you think, oh, no, you're not attracted. That don't look good. You too black. You too dark. Well, they can say all that bullshit again because they own the network. And they're going to say what they want you to hear, what they want to say on their network. And because they know who you are, you know, they dealing with that low self-esteem because of that beautiful black beauty like that. They're going to try to convince you to let it go, which they doing a real good job on some of my people. But that was beautiful, man. That was really something. You know, I'm sitting up here talking about the Creator creating you out of his hands, touching you and forming and fashioning you, and the only, you know, true individual that the Creator created with his hands was that beautiful chocolate Nubian queen and that beautiful chocolate Nubian king, and there they come walking up. I be damned. Now, you know, I got to close out on that one. That was a high point. So anyway, out here on the beach, I'm gonna finish my walk. I had a good time talking with you. I hope you got something out of it, but you know, the last point, you gotta love yourself. You see what just happened. And so that's like a confirmation of the Spirit from the Holy Spirit. The ancestors set them two up so you can visualize what I'm saying here. You got to know how beautiful you are, black woman, black brother, and stop letting these enemies that hate you, that's jealous of your beauty, stop letting those that's jealous of your beauty convince you that you're not beautiful, because that just happened was absolutely beautiful, and you got to see that. I'm closing out on that because that was a real spiritual high point. And remember, the reason why I just be saying these things because I love you. That's just it. You know, I love you. And I'm standing out here in the middle of my walk out here by this beautiful water and a lovely day to say these things to you out of love. And if you ain't never had nobody to say that to you, let me say it. I love you, my people. You saw what just happened? This is powerful. This is real. And how much do I love you? A lot. I mean, like a whole lot. From the basement of my heart to the attic of my mind. That's a whole lot. And how long do I love you? I love you 24/7. That means I love you all the time. Shalom.